Hey, it's Tiombe. Thanks for joining today. We are going to be discussing being alone and how that doesn't mean that you have to be lonely. And this is in regards to breakups. And I'm here to help you navigate through the process. You have to allow yourself to grieve. The mourning process can be a lengthy one, but it's very necessary to feel all the feels and just get it completely out of your system. During the grieving process, there's a lot of things that you need to do. You need to delete all the photos and videos out of your gallery with them. You need to delete all the songs that remind you of them in your playlist. You need to go on ahead and stop watching shows that you guys might have binged together, movies that you guys might have binged together. Don't go to restaurants that you guys frequented together. Any clothes that you have from them, toss them. Relatives of theirs that you're in contact with, cut them off. Honestly, it's just your best bet. You don't have to cut them out of your life totally, but just during this grieving mourning process, which can take about like 3 to 6 months. And if they're really a good friend that you need in your life, they'll be there after the 3 to 6 months. But while you're in mourning and grieving and you're trying to move on, you don't need to have any connection to that person at all. Also, with grieving, you're not only mourning the relationship, but you're also mourning what could have been, but what will never be. The future plans that you had with this person may have been children, it may have been marriage. You're going to have to let that go. And what I like to do when I'm grieving anything in life, whether it be a plan that didn't work out or a relationship, I like to construct a let go list. For example, I let go of the idea of marriage and kids with insert name here. So just construct your list of everything that you let go of and then go and burn it in a safe place. A safe place. Not just anywhere, a safe place. Where I burn my let go lists is the barbecue grill. A lot of times when we're in the grieving process and the mourning process of a breakup, we tend to feel like paralyzed and like we're just stuck in time and like we're frozen. But when we feel those things, we need to be real with ourselves and ask ourselves these questions. Are we rereading old text messages with this person? Are we still looking at old photographs and old videos with this person? Are we doing anything that'll put us back in that time frame? Any of those things that we do make us stuck in the past. You're not operating in the present when you're stuck on the past. You're trying to live in the past. Your mind is in the past, so that's why you feel frozen and you don't feel present because you're not present. Another thing that can help with being present, you can meditate. When I'm just dealing with anxiety and I need to ground myself, the grounding method is really, really good for me. Journaling also helps me stay present and also helps me get out all my feelings. So you can definitely journal about the situation. Journaling is good too when you have feelings that you need to get out, but you don't really trust anybody or want to talk to anybody. You can also try therapy as well. It never hurts to talk to somebody. A lot of times when we're in the grieving process, feel like we're dying. I've been there. It's not a pretty feeling, but a different perspective to look at it is parts of you are dying off. If it was a toxic relationship, the parts of you that are dying off are the parts that accepted less, the parts that allowed yourself to be disrespected, the parts of you that didn't have any boundaries, the parts of you that didn't advocate for yourself, the parts of you that made yourself small in order to make this person happy, the parts of you that accepted any type of abuse, no matter what type of abuse it was. Those types of things need to die. In a way, it's like being reborn. You don't want to be the same person that you were in this relationship. On the other hand, if it was a healthy relationship and it was a nice and amicable breakup, parts of you are still dying off too. The part of you that just knew you're going to have this person's kids or you knew you were going to get married, that part of you has to die off too because that's not your reality anymore. You're trying to get over somebody that you broke up with. It's also imperative to be able to lean on your community of people that you have, like your friends, family, things like that. If you don't have a community as far as in you don't have supportive family or you don't have many friends, then don't think all hope is lost and you can't participate in this next step because you can always go online and find a group of people who are ready to embrace you and are willing to help you and support you and be there for you. When you're in a relationship with a person, it's easy, especially when you're younger, to get lost in them and feel consumed by them and lose your sense of independence and individuality. So we got to get that back. You got to get back to doing things that make you you. Sometimes, even after a breakup, trying to get back to the things that you did before is hard and it just doesn't hit the same. It's a new you, so don't feel bad about doing new things and taking on new interests. It's always great to try new activities because you never know what can pique your interest. This is a new you. And how do you get to know somebody new? You take them on dates. So take yourself on a few dates. If you like music, take yourself to a concert. If you like dance, take yourself to a dance recital. If you like theater, go see a play. If you like art, take a class on pottery or go to a sip and paint. Those are super fun. If you got money, take yourself on a little vacay. Once you get comfortable with the idea of being alone, then you really get to understand how great alone time can be. Being alone is super important, especially when you want to level up in life. Healing is not linear though, and neither is grieving and mourning. So sometimes those thoughts and feelings may creep up on you. You have to make a conscious decision every day to choose you. There's no going back on that. We don't spin the block. The relationship ended for a reason. now part of the past and it needs to stay in the past. Okay? But yes, those are just some quick tips on how to navigate through a breakup and get comfortable with being alone again. If you'd like a more in depth video, just drop a comment below and let me know, and I'll totally get into it. This is not a goodbye, it is a see you later. Talk to you soon.